The first question. Equation shows a reaction at equilibrium where P and G are in equilibrium. What is M and N? Obviously, this is a number of moles. M and N, number of moles, two gases. M and N are the balancing numbers of the reactant and product moles respectively. A high temperature increases the concentration of Q. So I've made an increase in the temperature and I found that the reaction concentration of Q has increased. And when I increase the pressure, the concentration of Q has increased. So he's saying the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. Let's imagine that the reaction is exothermic. If the reaction is exothermic and I have increased the temperature, the reaction will try to decrease the temperature. So it will move in the direction of the endo, because endo where the temperature decreases. So it will move in the backward direction. So P is going to increase, not Q. So this is wrong. While if I decrease the temperature, the reaction increases. So the reaction increases. So this means that this is not an exothermic reaction. So this is not an exothermic reaction. Let's imagine that it is an endothermic reaction. What about if the reaction is endothermic? If the reaction is endothermic and you have increased the temperature, then the reaction will try to decrease the temperature. So it will move in the endothermic direction, and endothermic is forward, so Q is going to increase. So that's correct. So my reaction is endothermic. This means that I have either option C or option D. Now he's saying that you have increased the pressure. Now a high pressure increasing the concentration of Q. When you increase the pressure, let's imagine that the number of moles of N is more moles and here there is less moles. If this assumption is correct and you have increased the pressure, the system will try to decrease the pressure, so it will move to the direction of less moles. So Q is going to increase. So Q is going to decrease. But here he said that Q has increased. So this means that this is wrong and we'll make the opposite. Here there is less moles and here there is more moles. So with this assumption, let's try again. He said he increased the pressure, so the system will try to decrease the pressure. So it will move to less moles. Less moles means forward, so Q increases, so this is correct. So this means that the reaction is endothermic, and that there is less moles in the Q than in the P, which means that our correct answer is, so he said the forward action is endothermic, and N is more, and M is greater than N, so M is more moles, which is correct. So C is correct and D is wrong.